Today, we are talking about the soul contract energies in the cast of Stranger Things. And I am so excited because Stranger Things is one of my favorite shows. And ahead of season 5, it got me thinking, what soul contract energies would the cast have? Now, even though they're fictional characters, you can definitely see some of the characteristics that they bring through the character development throughout the seasons. And I thought, why not have a little deep dive and see what's in there? For those of you who don't know me, my name is Antonia, and I love to help people gain a deeper understanding of themselves through knowing their soul contract and a little bit of healing as well, because the deeper we know ourselves, the more self-awareness we have, and the more we can make better decisions in our life. It's what I call being in command of your life instead of being in control, where you can respond to the universe rather than react. So your soul contract is a set of energies put in place before you incarnated by your soul to give you a certain set of experiences and challenges and growth so you can evolve back to the truth of who you are, which is a spark of God. There are 22 numbers in the soul contract system, and each of these numbers has a positive energy and a negative energy. And we're always trying to understand, well, where are we in moving through those? And can we come out of the negative and more into the positive? And we're going to use 5 characters from Stranger Things to demonstrate what kind of energies they have, what are the challenges they're experiencing, and what are the positive qualities of each of those numbers. So we're going to look at 11 first, the key character. She is strong, she is powerful, and she definitely has the 21-3 energy in her soul contract. Now, the 21-3 is all about endurance and hardship, and we can see that playing out in her life through the challenges she has with being taken away from her mum, being put into the place where she grows up, to Papa, to the Demogorgon, to the Mind Flayer, to Vecna is challenge after challenge after challenge. And she is really here to endure and overcome those hardships. And often the 21-3 is about being suppressed when you're younger. And she was. And she's coming out of that suppression and into her power. So as we go through this series, we see her overcoming the challenges, growing in strength, becoming more courageous, and you can really see this playing out. She gets stronger and stronger and stronger, and she comes into that leadership energy of the 3, which is very, very centered in her worth, which is an amazing thing to witness. Moving on, we're going to come and look at Joyce. Now, there's one energy that I see Joyce Byers having, and this is the 13-4. And the 13-4 is all about the love of the divine feminine. And with this energy, she's here to come into trust. We see when her son Will vanishes, no one believes her, and she has to really trust that he is alive. She has to follow her gut instincts, and she has to trust that mother's intuition that he's still around.
No, it sounds crazy. I sound crazy. Yeah. You think I don't know that? It is crazy. I don't care if anyone believes me. I am not going to stop looking for him until I find him and bring him home.
The other energy of the 13-4 is about abundance. And she's really here to move through all of that lack and lack of trust that she supported, and come into that full knowingness. And again, like the 3, it's a little bit around worth. And then we're going to look at Dustin. Now, Dustin is one of my favorite characters, and he carries the 11-2 energy without a shadow of a doubt. And the 11-2 is about intellect, it's about building structures. And you can see this playing out because he's always building. He's building radio towers, and he's inventing things in his science summer camp. And he always has solutions to the problems. You'll always see him figuring out what to do next. And it's a really cool energy. The downside of the 11-2 is sometimes there's a little bit of foolishness that translates then into wisdom. So for example, when he brings Dart home and all his friends say, no, it's a mini Demogorgon, he's like, I don't care. Because the 11-2s are very loving. But ultimately, that is a foolish decision that he makes, but he learns from it pretty quickly. And then we come into the energy of Max, Mad Max. Now, I see her having these fives because the fives are all about asserting yourself and coming into your truth. And you see when she comes into the show, she is in pretty abusive situations with her brother and her family, mainly Billy.
We're stuck here. And whose fault is that?
Yours.
What'd you say?
She's here to speak up and learn to assert herself. And she does this so, so beautifully in so many ways.
From here on out, you leave me and my friends alone. Do you understand?
Screw you.
Said you understand!
She really uses her voice to express, well, no, this is not true for me. This is who I am. Take it or leave it. And she can be pretty truthful. You know, that's the energy of the five. They can be not truthful enough or too truthful. And it's all about finding a balance. You don't hurt people's feelings, but you stay true to your beliefs. And then we are going to finish on Steve. Steve is just the best character, and his progression through the series is he starts off as this jock, playing the women, you know, playing up to his gang, and he softens and he comes into his true self throughout the series. And you can see this when he starts to become friends with Dustin. He lets down his barriers, and the sevens are all about letting go of the mask that you wear that you use to protect your heart. They're very soft on the inside, sevens. And he comes into his real authentic self, and it's very beautiful to witness because you realize Steve is a really good guy, but his mask portrays him as not being so great, and you see it coming true the more the series progresses.
Listen.
He's back! He's back! I'm back! You got the job! You got the job!
So that's my little summary on the soul contract energies of 5 of the characters, and I will do another part nearer the time, and I'll look into a few other people. I'm thinking I'm going to look at Hopper. I'm probably going to look at Will, maybe Mike, Lucas. We'll see. Nancy. We've got lots to explore. So if you've got any questions, I put all the links below about the soul contract work. Until next time, enjoy Stranger Things.